Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a bucket server and how to port forward it and get it online so everyone can play, and even how to add your own plugins to the server. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go and you're going to search up get bucket. And I'm going to select Spigot because that's the one I want to use. And I'm going to choose the newest version, 1.12. I'm going to download that. It's going to download there, and it's done. I'm going to keep that file. And you're going to want to make a new folder somewhere where you know where it is, like somewhere nice. So I'm going to just make one of the desktop. I'm going to call it server. And we're going to put that file into the server folder and then run it. That's going to generate your server. And you're going to need to accept the EULA, which is right there. It's going to stop generating. It's going to make you accept the EULA. And just to accept it, you just change that to true and save, and then run the spigot again. That's going to generate the rest of the server, and it's all good now. Now you're going to notice that you can't see a console. There's no console. What do I do? So what you're going to do there is you want to do search task manager, and because the console is actually open right now, it's just invisible. So you're there, Java platform SE binary, you're going to end that task. Now the console is actually closed, the server is down now. And now to be able to actually see the console so you can actually run the server, you want to make a new text document, and I'm just going to name mine run. And you're going to want to put these, like I'll have these in the description, is just make a server console, right? Now for this part right here, you're actually going to want to search RAM here and view your RAM info. You want to see how much RAM you actually have to use. Let's say you have 4 GB of RAM. You're going to probably want to put 1 GB, which would be 1024. But if you have like 8 GB of RAM, you can probably step it up, go 4 GB, 3 GB, whatever. It just depends on how much RAM you have. Because you don't want to put too much or too little, because then your server won't run well. I could say I put too little, and then my server will just be really slow. And if I put too much, and my server will be extremely slow, because I'm using way more RAM than I actually have. You want to make sure you leave just a little bit, like, let's say I have 8 GB of RAM. I would only run my server off of 5, so you leave your actual OS some RAM to run off of, so your computer isn't laggy, your computer can run fine. Just make sure you know that. If you want to figure out how much, like if you want to know, like installed RAM that says 12 GB, and you want to convert that to that right there, because that's in megabytes, just go to gigabyte to megabyte RAM. I'll go to this website, and let's say I have 4 GB of RAM. That is 4096. If I wanted to convert 10 GB of RAM, that is 10,240. Because I only want 5, that's 520. 5 GB equals 520. That's what I have there. You want to save this as, oh, that's not the right thingy. Anyway, you want to copy all that into here. Make sure you have the right amount of megabytes of RAM. You want to save that as run.bat and all files, and hit save, and that's going to make a batch file. You can delete that text file now, and you can run it. Oops, sorry, I forgot to do one thing. You want to change your spigot or bucket thingy right here, change it to craft bucket. I honestly prefer spigot over anything. And you're gonna run it. And it's gonna prepare your server. Keep Preparing start area. It's just setting up your server. Everything's just setting up for the first time. And no, you see, most people think at this point that you're good, right? Your server's done, everything's fine, because now it's done, right? Everybody can join, you can play now. It's not that simple, but almost as simple. If it was only a server for your local internet, or like just you, then this would be fine. But because you probably want people to join from the internet, right? Like you want an online server, you're gonna want to open up CMD. You want to search IP config. You can see that right there. That's your default gateway. You're going to want to search your default gateway into your browser, and you're going to come across your router login screen. Just Google your default router login. If you like, just Google your router and then Google default login or whatever. Like, just search up the default login for your router. Mine's just COS admin and then password's password. Most is just like admin or admin password. Anyway, you're gonna log in. Or if your password has been changed for your router, just ask someone in your house or whoever runs the router. You want to find your port forwarding tab. See, I already have Minecraft port forwarded, so I'm just going to remove that. Once you're in your port forwarding tab, I'm going to add a rule. I'm going to keep it as services. Application name to anything. I'm just going to name my Minecraft so I can tell what it is. The protocol you're going to keep as TCP/UDP. Now for the port range, you're going to want to go to your server properties. Server properties. And you want to try to find server port. See, it's set as 25565. You can set it as anything. Like you can set it like 19999, whatever. But I'm just gonna leave this 25565. Because this port is at 25565. Because the port is on 25565 on your server, you want to leave it as 25565 on your port forwarding. Now, whatever it is, you just port forward that port. Everything's just the same. For your local IP address, it is not your default gateway, but instead your IPv4 address, which is right here. 192.168.0.34 for me. It's different for everyone. There we go. That should be good. Apply. Save changes. It's good. Pending, saving. And it's a success. It's saved the changes. Now, we're gonna check and see if the server. We're gonna stop the server. Oops. We're gonna stop the server. And right now, we're gonna use a program called, a website called Can You See Me? Basically, this website just checks if your port's open and sees if it can connect to that port. Like, so this is how you can tell players connect to your server. If this website can connect to that port, that means your server is up, and people can join. Like, let's say you don't have a friend that can join, you can just use this. Now, right now, because my server is not running, if I had to check the port, it would obviously say closed, right? Because the server is down. So we're just going to check that now. Just as like a proof of concept. It cannot see your service. But now, see, it cannot see the port. It cannot connect to the server, right? But if we're going to actually load the server and start the server, like I did, the server is up now. And we can check the port, and the website can successfully connect. Like, it has see my port, players connect to the server. They can connect now because of that port is the port I port forwarded, and that's the port this server is running off of, so they can successfully connect. You don't have to do anything at all in server properties with IP, with like server IP. Just leave that blank. It does not do anything. You do not need that. Just leave that. It's just the port. You just need to make sure the port is the same as the port you forwarded. Now, as that, I can actually join my server. now that we are in actually Minecraft, we're gonna go and just gonna delete that, and we're gonna want to actually join the server. So we're gonna go and get our public IP address, which is right here on Can You See Me. You can also find your public IP address by doing IP chicken, and there's your IP address right there. Basically, your public IP address this is what you give the other players to actually join your server, and that's what they'll use to join. Like you'll give your friend this to join. So just put that in, done, and join server, and logging in. Ooh. And I'm in, and I'm successfully in the server. Sorry, and pretty good. Obviously a good connection because I'm the one hosting the server. And if we were to check here, WAP Verm has joined the server. I'm in the server, and now we're gonna at this point anyone could join your server, and your server is completely open. Now there's probably one more thing you want, and that's plugins, because obviously you're gonna want plugins in your server, right? That's the whole reason you have a Bucket or Spigot server. So to get that, we're just gonna exit out of Minecraft and stop the server. Oh, that's weird. Okay, if your server acts up like this, it's never done this before, just go to Task Manager and find the server and close it. It usually won't make you do this. It's just it stopped respawning there for some reason. I'm not sure why. Usually just type in stop and stop it. But if you have to, you can use it that way. Now anyway, okay, now to get a plugin, you can search. I want to say what plugin I want. I want Essentials. So I'm gonna Google Essentials X and Spigot MC Essentials X. Find it at the official Spigot website. It's secure. That's always good. Make sure you don't download anything from that website that's not secure. You're gonna download the plugin Essentials X. Keep that file, and we're good now. Now see, if you want any other plugins, you can always go to here and see all the Spigot plugins. And all these plugins for Spigot, there's tons. Or you can go to Bucket plugins and all these plugins for Bucket. All Bucket plugins are compatible with Spigot, so you can use Spigot and Bucket plugins on one server. It really doesn't matter. I'm not sure if you can use Spigot plugins on a Bucket server, but I'm sure you can. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not completely sure. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, now you have your plugin downloaded. You're going to go to plugins. I'm going to go to our downloads folder and put the plugin into our plugins and run the server again. And the server is done loading, and you can see Essentials is loaded. You go on plugins and go to Essentials. You can configure your plugin, all that. I'll have a different video on that later, on how to actually configure plugins. But anyway, we're gonna actually go into Minecraft in a second. I'll see you in a second. Okay, now that we're actually in Minecraft, I'm gonna go to our server. I'm gonna connect to our server. It's gonna show that I have connected. I'm connected to the server, and we're gonna notice something different. Set fly mode enabled and it shows my name in red because I'm opt and it's essential. So let's do that. Do PL for plugins or Source Essentials. Do nuke and nuke. And that's basically how you get a plugin. Most plugins, it just take a little bit of configuration. You can do whatever. Make sure you have a permissions file. I'll make a tutorial on how to create your own permissions file in the future, but this is just how. Yeah, I'm sure there's another tutorial there how to get a permissions file if you don't want to wait. But yeah, that's basically how you make a server. The server is working. Anyone can join. It's great. It's really simple, but if you can't actually port forward your own server, you can either use Hamachi, which people have to join your Hamachi group to join your server, or you can purchase server hosting, which is not that expensive and it's way better than hosting off your own computer. But I have okay internet, so it doesn't really matter for me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.